Okay, loves. Hi, back at it again. Thanks for coming to tune in to another video. Fabulously Imperfect Mom, Christina here. I wanted to come at you with a few tips and tricks. So I thought we would do a cool how-to video and a why you should video at the same time. So this is going to be 21 settings you need to change on your iPhone right now. So we're gonna jump into it, and if you guys have any suggestions for me, please leave comments below throughout the video. Hit a like if you like this video, and also subscribe. Smash that subscribe button, pop that post notification bell, just so you know whenever I'm uploading a new video, and we will get right into it. So first on my list, and I'll go ahead and insert my phone recordings right here just so you can see, is going to be settings, and then we're going to go down to, let's see, cellular. It's going to be our first option. So in cellular you see a couple of different settings. I'm going on my phone as we speak, and the one that we're going to look at specifically is Wi-Fi calling. I always have this turned on, so if I do not have signal or my carrier has an outage of some sort, I'm able to use Wi-Fi calling, which I have a really good internet service at home. And my neighbors have Wi-Fi too. So worst case scenario, I can connect to one of theirs. So it's pretty cool to be able to have that availability. So again, if your service goes out, you have the ability to call over Wi-Fi, which is an amazing feature, especially for emergency purposes. So let's move right along. Let's go on to the next option. So the next option is actually in the same section. So if you go back a screen, you'll be able to see all of the options again under cellular. We're gonna go all the way to the bottom, and you see the option for reset statistics. This is for the people that do not have an unlimited plan. So if you do not have an unlimited data plan and you're at a set data limit each month, then you're going to want to go ahead and reset statistics at the beginning of your billing cycle each month. This allows you to basically track what you're using, where you know that you're not going to go over your limit, or if you come close, you kind of know where you're at, and you can go in and choose what apps you still want to have access to your data as far as your background data. So that's a really awesome feature for those of you that do not have unlimited data. Okay, moving right along. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead back to just the basic settings page, and then we're going to go down to notifications. So what I have here, which I think is super convenient, and this is going to be a lot for Bluetooth users, AirPod users, anything like that, it says announce messages with Siri. So I have that turned on. And then it says announce messages from as a second option, and it's messages, right? So I have on there. And then reply without confirmation, I have that turned on as well. Also under announce messages from, if you just tap on messages there, you'll actually see the option. So if you would only like to hear messages from your favorites and everyone else is just not important to hear it in your ear and interrupt your music or whatever you may be doing at that moment, you can just choose favorites. You can also choose recents, contacts, or everyone, and I have mine set to everyone because I generally don't have any like random messages that come through. Not normally, but hey, you know, they could surprise you. The spam messages, they'll get you sometimes, but this is a really good feature, hands-free feature, driving, things like that. All right, so next option, and if you see me keep looking down, it's because I have my little checklist here written in my notebook. A little unorganized, but it's there. It's there. Okay, so next option, we're gonna go back out of notifications to sounds and haptics under just your settings option. So by default, the volume controller under ringer and alerts is turned off for change with buttons. I actually turn that on. So I want to be able to control my volume with my side volume keys here without having to scroll on the screen or come in and change it through the volume settings or go in through the, let's see, the control center, which is here, to make any changes. I would rather just press the button and go. It's quick and easy. It's super convenient. I think you'll really enjoy having that ability if it's turned off. So go in, turn that bad boy on, and you're good to go. Under the same option of sounds and haptics, what we want to actually do is go down to keyboard clicks, which is at the bottom, and lock sound. These two drive me bananas. So I turn both of those off. System haptics I leave on just because I like the vibrations, so I know what's going on. But as far as the clicks, like who wants to hear click, 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 click every time you're typing a button? For those of you that don't like all that racket, which is me, turn that off. You're welcome. And the lock sound, because it makes a little click noise every time you lock your phone. Lord help me. I don't need everyone to know that I'm locking my phone. Everyone to know that I'm typing. Oh, I can't take it. But yes, hopefully that helps you. If you don't like all that racket, just like me. All right, so next option, we're gonna get on about sounds and haptics, and we're gonna jump right on into settings and do not disturb. I love do not disturb. Do you hear me? Love. So I have mine on all night. It kicks in normally at like 8 and goes all the way through, let's see, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time through 6 a.m. maybe Central Standard Time, or maybe 7 depending on the day. But I have it set that way, and I also have it set to allow calls from my favorites because I have my husband listed on there just in case of an emergency. If he's out working or he had to run to the store or whatever the case may be, I'll get the calls from him. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see where it says repeated calls. I actually have that turned on as well. So if you get a second call from the same person within 3 minutes of the calls for each other, it'll actually allow it to ring through. So basically they're saying, hey, this is probably an emergency. If they're calling back to back like that, they're blowing you up, girl, answer your phone. That's what they're saying. So I have that turned on there as well. So as far as do not disturb, those are the couple of options that I use as far as turning it off and on. And then you also have the option to dim the lock screen as well, which normally I don't do that just because I love the aesthetics of my lock screen and my home screen. They're so cute and vibrant, and I want to keep it that way, if you know what I'm saying. All right, next. So we're going to go in settings to control center, and then we're going to choose customize controls. So this is where you can go in and control everything that you see on the screen as far as your control center, which is this here, and the options that you have. So the ones that I always suggest turning on is flashlight, screen recording, so you can record your screen if there's something funny, like a funny video that you can't share within the application or anything of that nature. You can turn that on and you have that ability. It gives you a countdown from 3 to 1. And then also low power mode, when my battery is super duper low, I don't have a charger, or I don't have time to charge it, I go ahead and hit low power mode, and that will literally last me for hours upon hours. I also have hearing as an option because I do use my AirPods, so you have the ability to listen in and have more transparency when you have that option turned on. Also voice memos, and then dark mode. I never really changed to light mode, but if you want a quick and easy way to do it without having to go through settings and then display and all of that good stuff, quick and easy way to do it that way. So those are the ones that I have turned on. Those are the ones that I suggest for sure. You'll see a big difference in your productivity, definitely. If you want to know how to turn on dark mode, which is another setting that I definitely suggest, we're gonna go to settings and then display and brightness. It is literally at the top. So we have light and then we have dark, and I have dark turned on. I do not have it set to automatic, which is actually gonna do it somewhat on a time schedule, like light during the day and then dark at night. And then I have my true tone turned on. The other option that in here that I would really tell you to use, turn off is what I mean by use, is raise to wake. Do you know how much that drains your battery? Like, turn dark mode on, let's get some battery saving, and then go on down to raise to wake and turn that bad boy off. You can tap the screen whenever you want to wake it. You can unlock your phone, just tap the screen itself, tap one of your buttons, whatever, and then you have the option to check whatever's on the phone. But turn that off. You'll see so much difference in your battery life by just doing that one simple thing, just by turning that particular option off. I promise. And then at the bottom is the next one, which is the display zoom. The view, I use zoomed. I want it big and beautiful. Like, I want to be able to see everything. I don't want to be squinting up on my phone, because y'all know I wear glasses, and I don't have them on right now for whatever reason, I don't know, but I'll leave them on. Oh, that looks super cute actually. Okay. Anyways, so view, zoomed, get in there, grab that, you're welcome. All right, so let's see. So the next option that we're gonna do in settings is going to be settings, and then we're gonna go to, where is it? Okay, settings, and then we're gonna go to accessibility. So with accessibility, we're gonna go to touch, which is in the second section there, and we're gonna make sure reachability is turned on. Reachability is a very good feature because I have little hands and a big phone. Yeah? Problem, ladies. I know that you have the same issue. So whenever you're using the phone, you can just easily swipe down at the bottom and it brings your screen down. And then whenever you swipe, and then whenever you swipe down at the bottom, it'll bring the screen down where you can touch what's at the top without having to reach your hand all the way up, which is super, super convenient. About 3 down from there, you're gonna see the option for tap to wake. And just ignore my cat if she comes in the frame. I'm trying to shoo her with my hand. That's what's over here. Tap to wake, which is the feature that we were talking about a second ago. Instead of raise to wake, you can do tap to wake and just tap on the screen. So that's super convenient as well. All right, so that's all for accessibility that we have here. Let's see. The option that I want to get you to check out next is just under your basic settings options. Hello, Fluff. Hello. You say hi? Say hi to the camera. You're so cute. Oh my gosh. You're so fluffy. McFuffison. Oh, yeah. You interrupted Mom's video. Yeah. I love you though. Okay. What are we talking about now? Goodness gracious. Okay, settings, and then we're gonna go to battery. So under battery, you see low power mode here, which was the option that I told you to do customize under control center. You have that option there as well. But if you select battery health, you see where it says optimize battery charging? That is actually a new feature with iOS 13. So I would go ahead and turn that on. And the reason I'm saying turn that on is that it actually reduces the aging of your battery. So pretty much it learns just on a day-to-day basis of how you use your device, your charging routine, things like that. And it'll actually say like when you're at a good charge at about 80%. So you're not having to charge it all the way to 100. You're at a good capacity of where you're going to be able to use it for the rest of the day without having to charge it before your normal routine time. So that's super smart. I mean, who would have thought, hey, move your butt. Okay, so sorry about that. She's just, here she comes again. No. Okay, so yeah, that'll definitely help with your battery's aging process where it's not going down from maximum capacity, which is above that at 100%, and then aging super quickly to where you're down to like 50% within a year. I mean, that's just crazy. It needs to last for obviously an immense amount of time. These things are expensive, child. Okay, next. So we're gonna go back out to your settings, and then we're gonna go right on down to contacts. So this is really gonna be a preference, honestly. The sort order and display order, I totally like first to last. I would rather it show someone's first name and then their last name versus last and first, which is where it's set by default. So I suggest changing it to that. I see a world of difference when I'm just scrolling through my contacts or if I'm searching for someone's name. It just makes my life that much easier. All right, on to the next one. All right, settings and then calendar. So the suggestion that I have here is to go ahead and set your default calendar. I use so many different calendars, and on my calendars I have a list here. So I set my default to appointments and to-dos, which is what I normally put on my calendar on my phone and also in my reminders. So I set that by default because that's what I go into schedule most. I can always go in and change it when I'm adding a particular appointment or a time slot that is going to take up my day for filming or whatever the case may be. And I can just change the calendar to a different one, which is color coded. So that's pretty cool to have. The other option is going to be pretty much the same thing, but that's going to be in settings and reminders. And then you have the option for default list. So with default list, you have multiple reminders, whichever ones that you have created, and then the default of just reminders. So you can set which one you would like it to default to whenever you create a reminder to begin with. Okay, so remember we were talking about messages earlier. We're gonna jump into settings and then phone this time. And then from phone, we're gonna go to where it says announce calls. Headphones only is my go-to for this. You can turn it on other times like always or headphones in car or never, but headphones only. So when I have my AirPods in, I'm washing dishes or whatever the case may be, I know, hey, my husband's calling, or hey, my sister's calling. I can at least answer the call and know, or hey, Walmart's calling. I don't know why Walmart will call me, but you know what I'm saying. And it's not important, so you don't really have to answer the call. So I do have that on headphones only. If you do use AirPods or any type of headphones, it's super convenient. And I love the hands-free features. It makes my life so much easier, for sure. All right, so let's see. On the same screen here under settings and phone, we're gonna go down to silence unknown callers. And then I like to have that turned on. So if it's a number that I don't know, I don't know why you're calling me to begin with. Unless I'm expecting a call from a number that I may not know. If it's a business and I'm not sure of their exact extension, things like that. But that is definitely a really cool feature to have on the phone. This is saving so many calls coming through as far as those spam calls and those fraudulent calls. Ugh. Gets on my nerves. I know it gets on y'all's nerves too. I'm tired of you telling me I want a cruise. That sounded so grouchy. But it is what it is. All right, moving right along. Okay, so settings and messages. Send and receive, which is gonna be the second option here. Make sure that you have under, you can receive iMessages to and reply from. Every one of those should be checked at the top. And at the bottom it says start new conversations from. Make sure that just the phone number is selected. And that is because you're not wanting confusion, basically. So you can receive messages here. Say you were to be on your MacBook or your iPad and you're logged in with your Apple ID. You can send and receive it through there and you don't have to just use your phone. So this lets the continuity between all your devices be effective and increase your productivity tenfold. Last one. Nope, not last one. We're still under messages. So we're gonna go back to just the basic settings and messages, and then what we're gonna do is go down to send as SMS. Totally turn that bad boy on if it's off. What that means is that if you do not have data available, so there's no 4G, there's no 5G, there's no LTE, whatever, Wi-Fi, you have none of that available, right? If you're sending iPhone to iPhone, it defaults to iMessage. iMessage is sent over the internet. Data. If you don't have data available, it will still send your message to that iPhone in a text message versus using your data. Text does not use data. Just use your cellular service, your ability to call and receive calls. So if you have that turned on, even without data, you can still message iPhone to iPhone instead of it defaulting to iMessage. You're welcome. A little education for you. No problem. Anytime. Okay, next option, which is the last. We are going to do... No. Oh, that was it. Can't believe that's it. Yeah. That's all I got. I zoomed right on through those. Apparently I did some before I was supposed to do them, but we rocked them all out. That was super fast. So I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoy the settings that I talked about. I will definitely make sure to do more videos like this. If you guys like it, let me know and I'll definitely do that. I'm thinking of doing one of the same options for my MacBook Pro 15-inch. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Subscribe. You know you want to hit the subscribe button. It's calling your name. Touch me. That was kind of creepy. Select me. That wasn't less creepy. Hit the subscribe button. Ding, 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 ding. Hit it right on down there. Like if you like this video. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your time. I will have more content out soon. I'm working on so many different projects. And I will see you guys sooner rather than later. Thanks. Bye.